this one on. Why isn't it working? What the hell? Oh no, dumbass. Emergency stop button gets me every time. First, xTool introduced the F1. It has a 10-watt blue laser and a 2-watt IR laser. Then they improved that. They made it a 20-watt blue laser and a 20-watt true fiber laser. But just when you thought xTool was done, no, they stripped this model down and now have the F1 Lite, which boasts a 10-watt blue laser. You may wonder, why would they do that? Why would they strip down the F1 and take away the IR or the fiber laser? Well, I'll tell you, it has to do with price. This one's a lot less than the other two, and it may be the laser that's right for your shop. So come on in here and let me tell you a little bit about each and every one of these. First of all, look at the size of this thing. It is a lot bigger than the F1, but it is still just as beautiful. The F1 Ultra has a 20-watt blue diode laser and a 20-watt true fiber laser. The working area is 8.6 inches by 8.6 inches, which is 220 millimeters by 220 millimeters. And the F1 Ultras cost $3,699. So before I start talking about the F1 Lite and what it has on it, the price difference is the F1 was $1,200 and the F1 Lite is $800. Now just looking at the machine, it looks exactly like the F1. I don't see any difference visually. I would say that the cover's a little bit darker, but I don't know. I can't really tell. Everything I got with the F1, I got with the F1 Lite. All right, let me tell you a little bit about this laser. First of all, it has a 10-watt blue diode laser, and that's it. There's no IR, there's no fiber on this thing. It's a stripped-down version of the F1. The working area is the exact same thing as the F1, 4.53 inches by 4.53 inches, which is 115 millimeters by 115 millimeters. It has working speeds up to 4,000 millimeters a second. It can cut 8 millimeter basswood in multiple passes and 6 millimeter acrylic in multiple passes, just like the F1. If you hook the rotary up, it can do up to 113 millimeter diameter. The spot size of the blue diode laser is 0.08 by 0.06 millimeters, same as the 10-watt diode laser on the F1. There is a difference in weight, and I believe the weight comes down to the IR module. The F1 Lite weighs 9.81 pounds. That's 4.45 kilograms, so a little bit lighter than the F1. So I was sitting there thinking about it, and I told you all about these machines, but what I haven't done is done a head-to-head. And that's what we're going to do. First, I'm going to show you the F1, and what we're going to do is engrave a coaster that I made. And then number two, we're going to use the F1 Lite on a coaster and see if the times match up. So both of these machines have been set up to use the xTool Creative Space settings for coasters. I have not changed either one at all. This is my own design, so that's what we're going to use. So I'm going to go ahead and push the go button on the F1. Okay, so this took 2 minutes and 11 seconds to engrave onto this coaster. Now before I move on, hey guys, don't not use eye protection on this. I have the cover up just so you guys can see it engrave. I usually leave it down. I am behind here. I'm wearing my laser glasses while this operates. All right, let's move on to the F1 Lite. All right, so now we have it on the F1 Lite, and I'm going to go ahead and let's do it. All right, that took 2 minutes and 11 seconds. Let's bring them together and see how they look. So this one is a lot darker of an image than the vibrantness of this one. Look at them together. I'm not sure if you can see a difference on this camera, but this one looks a lot better than this one, and that just could be the coating I have on there. They're pre-polyurethane, but they look pretty good. All right, that's that. Let's get back to telling you about my thoughts. All right, let's have a real talk. Do you really need this machine? It depends. Why did they make it? Because people complained that the price of the laser was too much when it was the F1 and the F1 Ultra. So what's the best way to cut the price of a laser? Drop one of the lasers. They dropped the 2-watt IR laser. I'll even tell you a little secret. I don't even use the IR laser on the F1. And the only thing I use the fiber laser for on the F1 Ultra is to mess around and do some coins, because I can take a depth map and make a coin. I thought it was kind of cool, but it takes 8 hours to do. That's a long damn time. So look, if you're getting into lasering, you want something that can do coasters, that can do flasks, and can do tumblers, don't bother getting the IR. You don't have to. You can. It does well on flasks and stuff, but you can also use the diode laser for that. If you think about it, the only thing you're not going to be able to engrave is jewelry. And if you're not doing jewelry, then you don't need that IR laser. It has all the other same features that the F1 has. So am I telling you not to buy the F1 or the F1 Ultra? No, I'm not telling you that. I'm going to tell you that you need to buy the right one for what you're doing. If you're doing this and you're just starting off and you want to see how tumblers go and how flasks go and how coasters go, that's what I would do. I would get the F1 Lite. That's all. That's just plain and simple. Get the F1 Lite if you want to do coasters, flasks, and tumblers. It works. But don't forget the rotary. You got to have a rotary with it. And the RA2 Pro is a pretty awesome rotary, I'll tell you. All right, guys, if you have any questions about the F1 Lite here, go ahead and head down to the comment section, leave them there. I'll answer everything I can. If I can't answer it, I'll head over to support with xTool and get them to answer it for you. If you can do me one favor, hit that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. That's how I get engagement, and that's how I can keep doing these videos for you. All right. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, and until next video, stay cool.